Welcome back to Club Corner. I'm your host, Grace Krebix, and today we are joined with special guest Caroline Cahalan. She is the Vice President of Cardinal Company as well as the Director of upcoming musical Heathers. Thank you for joining us, Caroline.
Thank you for having me.
So just to get started, tell us a little bit more about Cardinal Company. Are there more opportunities for students who enjoy theater than just being in the plays or the musicals?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, first off, specifically dealing with the shows, if you didn't want to be on stage, because that is terrifying, there's also crew where you can help build or paint sets or move props or gather props. There's also the technical aspects of trying to do lights and sound and mics, which I find very interesting. Beyond that, you could just come and help us like with cash box or selling concessions normally during shows. But beyond all of that, of like the 2 shows that we do here on campus, we also have small little events that we encourage everyone and anyone to come. Sometimes we do like a Kahoot. Actually, last Monday we had a tech workshop where we taught kids how to like use drills and use those power tools that we use during creating a show, so that they felt more comfortable using them. So it's not like, oh, you have to build a set, go. So all those little things, they just can sign up on the Cardinal Hub with us or follow us on Instagram or both, and just anyway like reach out to us. And we encourage everyone and anyone to come at all times.
Yeah, that's great. So you mentioned that you're really interested in tech. So what kind of inspired you to apply for the director position for the musical?
Yeah, so I've been in almost every aspect of theater. I used to be on stage. I'm not good at it. And then I found my wheelhouse backstage. I've become stage manager, props master so many times. But I wanted to try something else. And so when I saw last year's production of Chicago and then this last semester's production of Clue, I kind of was like, this second thing seems really interesting to me. So I'm very thankful to become a director, and now it's like a new challenge to me. It's not something that I know how to do, and so I'm working with my cast, I'm working with my crew. We're kind of all figuring it out together, but I'm so thankful for the opportunity.
Yeah, that's great. So do you have experience with directing or just more like stage manager, tech crew?
Technically, my senior year of high school before COVID, I was granted the opportunity to direct a production of Spelling Bee, but we did not buy the rights for it. It was just in class. Like, we used random vocal tracks from YouTube. Like, we found a PDF script online. We invited like friends and family only because that's low-key illegal. So I did direct something before, but it was more collaborative and like the learning process of like learning for that theater class. What does a director do? What does tech and actors do? But this is the first time that it's really like a legal production, and then something that anyone can come see, which is once again terrifying. So I hope that I do like something good with it, but this is my first like real directing opportunity.
Yeah, that's great. So the entire show is directed and run by students. So how do you think that kind of impacts the environment for rehearsals and then also the final performance?
There's pros to cons on it on both sides. I got some of my other friends at different colleges, they're like, oh, you're directing it? Like, we have an adult doing it. Like, we have someone who is like specifically done other productions before. So with that, there's kind of like a formality with it, which again is a pro and con of itself. It was really hard like making that cast list because like looking around, I'm like, these are all my friends.
Yeah.
These are my peers. There are some people who are older than me, and I'm gonna have to tell them what to do. And yeah, we're all adults, we're in college, but like that's kind of the negative aspect of it, of like, I didn't want to make anybody mad. Like, I was like, everybody needs to like me all of the time. But the pro of it is like, it's not this like random director, this person you don't know. Like, I'm able to like connect with my cast. They already kind of know me from like previous productions. They don't feel scared to like reach out of being like, this makes me uncomfortable, I can't be there today, like all those small little things. And I think it brings us closer as a cast. It helps with bonding and getting along and like kind of curving some drama, because at the end of the day, it is a student-run production. And I think it feels more satisfying in the end when we finally put up something. Like, this was done completely by the students of Fisher. And at least for me, when watching that, hopefully in like the next 2 months, when I finally watch that final production, knowing that it was just us doing that with like no other help is a really great feeling.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you so much for watching Club Corner, and thank you, Caroline, for joining us. Make sure to go see Heather's in Cleary Auditorium March 24th through the 26th, and tune into Club Corner next week to learn more about the various clubs and opportunities on campus.